right, welcome. I'm going to give everybody just a few minutes. We're a little bit before 6 o'clock. I'm just going to test the microphone here just a little bit, see if you guys can hear me. Make sure y'all can see me okay. I think that's it. Just give me just one moment here. I'm going to go live on Facebook in 3, 2, 1. Boom. All right. Let's see if we get anybody joining us. It's just it's like about 1 minute before 6. I'm just going to give it just a few moments before we get started. I just wanted to test the audio because this is the first time I have done YouTube and Facebook live at the same time. It is just hiccups. Want to make sure we had as minimal as possible. Hi, Bob. How you doing? Nice to see you tagged along here and joined us. I'm gonna say a Goozy Isaac. I'm gonna guess that's right. I'm having a hard time seeing because the phone is a ways away from me, just so I can get everything down. You guys hear me okay? Can I get a thumbs up or a yes, no, anything like that? All right. I think we're good. All right. Well, give this just a moment. It's just at 6 o'clock, so we're going to give just a couple moments and see if more people join us so they don't lose the first things I say. I'll save some of the most important stuff for just a few minutes later on. And then you guys see me on Facebook okay? You guys see me on YouTube all right? And Bob says yes, so that's good. All right, we're getting a few more people in here now. So this is, all right. I'm going to give it about 6:01, and then I'll introduce myself, and we'll get some stuff started because we've still got some people joining. I have got a lot of stuff to talk about. We have got a big event coming up, so I'm going to try to get everything I can and try not to forget anything. That's the biggest part, right? I mean, I can tell you everything, but if I forget one thing, I'm going to look like a fool, and I don't want to do that. All right, it is 6:01 Central Time here, so we're just going to go ahead and get started. First of all, for those that don't know me, my name is Donald Dem. I am the treasurer and also the education director here at Fly Fishers International Gulf Coast Council. Our council consists of, I believe, 14 clubs at the moment, all across Louisiana, Mississippi, Southern Alabama, and the Panhandle of Florida. So we have got a lot of people in our clubs, and a lot of these people are watching right now, and we really appreciate every single one of you. And I'm going to just kind of give you the gist of things, and then I'll kind of dive in a little bit, if you will. So we've got 2 big events coming up, even though they're on the same weekend. It's kind of one event, but we split them because, well, we just kind of had to do it because of logistics and everything else. But we've got the inaugural. So this is our first year. We hope we need all y'all's help to make this an annual event, but this is our first. So we're going to call it the inaugural Gulf Coast Classic. And the Gulf Coast Classic is a fly fishing expo, for lack of any other definition. It is going to be an event filled with fly fishing, fly tying. There's going to be just seminars, workshops, special guests, tying workshops, casting workshops. There's a fishing tournament. And that's just one aspect of it. And this is going to happen Cinco de Mayo weekend in Gulf Shores, Alabama. I actually live down here near Gulf Shores, so it's really easy for me to pick this and tell you that it's a fantastic place. But in all honesty, it really is a fantastic place. And our venue this year, and hopefully for more years to come, is the Gulf State Park. And there is a learning campus within Gulf State Park that has fantastic facilities and just an amazing venue. We could not possibly get a better venue for this event, or these events, if you will. And we're really excited to be at Gulf State Park. This is our first time coming here. Now, I've fished in Gulf State Park. I have been in Gulf State Park many times since I live in the area. But this is my first time, or our first time as a council, really hosting anything in the area. And I don't recall off the top of my head if anybody has done a fly fishing expo in the Gulf Shores area to the level that we are trying, or we are going to put on May 5th and 6th. So if you look in the chat areas, there should be some links to the Gulf Coast Council, the Gulf Coast Classic. There should be a link there, especially on YouTube. I just put it in there myself. And then the second link is to our second event, and that is we are an official stop on the F3T tour. So that's the Fly Fishing Film Tour. And it's an international thing. It's a huge fly fishing film event. It goes all over the nation, all over the world, gets thousands and thousands and thousands of people attending. We were lucky enough to get permission to put on one of these host one of these fly fishing film tour stops, or F3T as it's called. So if you hear me say F3T, that is Fly Fishing Film Tour. That is going to be on Saturday, May 6th. So our Gulf Coast Classic starts on Friday, May 5th, goes half the day, well, actually into the afternoon on Saturday, and then we will stop the Classic, and we will start the Fly Fishing Film Tour, the F3T Tour. Now, the reason we kind of had to do two separate events is because we have limited seating for the F3T. So I don't want to panic you. We still have some seats left, but I highly urge you, if you are even remotely interested in coming, please click on the link, buy a ticket. We only have 200 seats. And when those 200 seats are done, that's it. We can't make any more seats. We can't do anything else for you. So please check out the website, check out the F3T. In the coming weeks before the event, we're going to be posting some videos to highlight that and things like that. We're going to do some promotional stuff to try to get you guys more interested in it, and also just to give you kind of a preview of what you might see if you attend the event. So seats are limited to 200. We have seats left. I'm not going to tell you how many we have left, but I would encourage you, if you have interest in coming, just go ahead and buy those tickets. Now that's $25 for the Fly Fishing Film Tour, and that covers the Fly Fishing Film Tour, which is about 4 hours, I think, from start to finish. I believe it has 6 films in it this year. I've seen some previews of them because I'm a little privy to that, but I haven't seen all the films, or I haven't seen all of any of the films, if that makes sense. So I can tell you that there are some that are made right here in the Gulf Coast area. So that is absolutely fantastic. And there is a company, or a production company, that actually has 2 films. And that company is located right here in the Gulf Coast area. So they're local. This is absolutely fantastic. And that film producer and stars of one of the films will actually be in-house on Saturday to introduce his films. So it may be one of the only chances you're going to be able to meet somebody that was, 1, in a film, and 2, produced a film. So come on, check it out. $25 for that. It's fantastic. The F3T has a fantastic arraignment of prizes available. And I'm going to kind of go through those prizes on the F3T first, and then I'm going to go kind of backwards and go back to the Gulf Coast Classic. So for the F3T, taking place on Saturday, May 6th, I believe it starts at 4:30. I can't remember. I've got a lot of numbers going through my head. Please check the website, make sure. But it starts Saturday, May 6th. And everybody who buys a ticket to the event, so everybody who buys a seat, if you will, for the to sit in to watch the film, will automatically get a door prize ticket. Okay, we're not going to sell any extra tickets for raffle prizes for the F3T. I know that's a common thing. You sell a lot of tickets, try to get as many people to win as, raise money, all that. Our idea for the F3T is we want somebody to win, get a 1 in 200 chance of winning a prize. And that's the best we could possibly give you. So if you buy a ticket and let's say we sold out, we sold 200 seats, you automatically get at least 1 in 200 chances to win some fantastic prizes. And I'm going to kind of go over those fairly fast. So We've got prizes from Yeti, which includes a bucket, a loadout kit. What did they call that thing? A loadout go box. That's what they call it. So we got a loadout go box, a Yeti bucket. We've got Yeti drinkware. We've got lines from SA. We've got koozies, hats, shirts. We've got some stuff from Sims. We've got a waiter toter bag. I said I've got the bucket. We've got everything sitting here, and it is just a pretty good amount of prizes. We, as the Gulf Coast Council, we wanted to kind of do something. Oh, I'm sorry. There's also Costa sunglasses and a couple other prizes that I don't have right here right now. But you get a gift certificate for your choice of Costa sunglasses, and shipping's covered and everything else. So by all means, F3T is really helping and hook you up some fantastic prizes. But we as a council got together and we decided that we really wanted to put a prize up there that was bigger than what was like the big attraction, right? What we want somebody to win an absolutely fantastic prize. And you will have a 1 in 200 chance of winning the Yeti bucket, a loadout go box, and a scientific angler's line. I mean, it's 1 in 200 chances, so you stand a pretty good chance. But I want to show you the awesome prize that we bought as a council, and somebody is going to win at the F3T, and that is a Sage. If you guys can see that, I'm not real sure how that's showing up. It may be backwards, but that's a Sage 8-weight R8 Salt. That is a brand new rod, brand new to Sage line. It's their brand new, latest technology, latest. It's just an absolutely fantastic casting rod. It's just made with some of the top of the line materials and components that you could possibly get. Again, that is a Sage R8 8-weight salt rod, and that is retails for $1,050. So somebody's going to walk away that attends that event with $1,000 prize. And hey, by any means, it's going to be any one of you watching if you attend. So 1 in 200 chance if we sell all the tickets. That's pretty good odds for winning a pretty good prize. We probably have 30 prizes here, so it's a pretty good chance of winning the prize. Now, that is the F3T, some fantastic films. We're going to throw out some promotional stuff in the coming weeks, so please watch that for the F3T. There is a link on YouTube. I don't know if it's in Facebook right now, but if not, we'll get it in there when I finish this video. So now, backing up just a little bit, that was the F3T. For Friday and Saturday is the Gulf Coast Classic. Remember, it's our inaugural, yeah. It's our first time doing this in Gulf State Park, okay? We want to do this. We want to make this an annual event, so that's why I'm going to call it our inaugural event. That starts Friday. The actual event starts Friday and goes into Saturday, and it ends when the F3T, the fly fishing film tour, begins. Now, in the Gulf Coast Classic, like I said, it is a fly fishing expo. Anything you could possibly imagine to do with fly fishing or fly tying, we will have at this expo. We have experts in fly tying, fly fishing from skiffs, fly fishing from kayaks, master casting instructors, certified casting instructors. We have classes, we have workshops, we have seminars, we have Women's Connect, which is part of FFI, trying to get more women in the sport of fly fishing and enjoy and certain things that maybe as traditional men fly anglers, we don't think about because we're not women. We don't have the same needs and desires, right? So there's a lot of great organizations that are coming. We've got some nonprofits that are going to help join us and learn about some fantastic ways to give back to your community. We have a lot of things going on. We have a huge schedule of events. Now, I told you that the F3T was $25 per ticket and there's only 200 available. But with the Gulf Coast Classic, we have unlimited, really. I mean, the venue can only hold X amount of people, but if we get X amount of people in there and we fill that, I will be floored That is just, it's a huge space. It's gigantic. I mean, we can literally fit, I think, 1,800 people in this place, and not in if we get that many people at one time, we are doing something absolutely fantastic. And oh my gosh, if we have to stop people at the door, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. But the Gulf Coast Classic does cost a little bit this year. It is $15 per day, and you can get a heck of a deal both days, Friday and Saturday, for $20. That's right. So you save $5, or you save, you get, rather than $15 a day, you pay $10 a day. So you save a pretty good amount of money there. So that cost a little bit, and that's really to help, not for us to raise money as a council. That's more to help us just recoup with the cost of the venue and a couple other things that adds up to get. The Gulf State Park Learning Campus is it's a little conglomerate of some buildings. And what I mean by that, it's like a little cluster of buildings in the far west part of the park. It's actually right into the entrance of the west entrance of Gulf State Park. As soon as you turn into the park, it's immediately on the left, directly behind the state park headquarters. Really simple and easy to find. There is limited parking there. Not a big giant parking lot, but if you park anywhere in Gulf State Park, there is a shuttle service that can bring you to the learning campus at no cost. So you may have to park a little ways away, but the shuttle will come by. It can pick you up, take you right to the event, pick you up from the event, and take you right back to your car in the parking lot, as long as you are parked somewhere in the Gulf State Park. So we can learn about that. You can learn a little bit more about that. I'll put a video or a post about that in the future, just to kind of give you any questions about that. Or if you got questions about parking, ask them here and I'll answer them just as quick as I can when I get off of here. But that's kind of a parking situation. There are also something this time, or this event, that we've never been able to provide before. And well, not a lot of fly fishing expos, if you will, can provide. And that is, we actually have housing, if you will, accommodations available right on site. It's 200 feet from the venue. And that's if you take the long way. If you take the short way, it's literally 50 feet to where the bunkhouses are, from where the actual event takes place Friday and Saturday. Now, it is a bunkhouse. So it is kind of like, there's two bunk beds, right? Bunkhouse. So there's bunk beds, top bunk, bottom bunk. They are semi-private. So each bunk is 2 bunks per section, if you will, so top and bottom. But each little bunk area has a draw sliding divider, and each bunk has a lockable locker. You have to bring your own padlock, or however you want to put that, to secure your stuff. But you're welcome to put, it's got a locker. You can put your lock on it, keep your valuables or whatever you want in there, and stay right at the campus. You don't even have to drive anywhere. You can park right there. You can come in, Thursday, leave out Sunday morning. So that housing is available Thursday, Friday, and Saturday nights. So you are able to come in Thursday night, stay, enjoy all the festivities Friday, not have to drive anywhere. All the festivities Saturday, not have to drive anywhere. Get up Sunday morning, walk to 10 feet to your car, go home. We cannot possibly make that any more convenient. They are $50 a bed per night. Now, I live here. This is a big tourist town. You are not going to find anything for $50 a night anywhere near this event, let alone 50 feet from it. So I encourage you to go to the Gulf Coast Council, the Gulf Coast Classic website, check out the accommodations, go to the Gulf State Park Learning Campus, check out the bunkhouses. $50 a night per bed. It's a fantastic price. They do have individual private lockable showers, individual private lockable restrooms, and it is all handicap accessible. So if you need that, then they are ACA compliant, or ADA compliant. So that's the bunkhouse, available right on site. We will have some posts about that in the future as well. The Gulf Coast Classic, like I said, it's $15 to get in per day, or $20 for both days. I highly encourage you just come on in Friday. We've got some stuff going until actually early evening Friday, and then starts first thing Saturday morning. I believe at 8:30 we'll have coffee and donuts and things like that. And then we'll have the kickoff speeches and just, I mean, raffles and giveaways and silent auctions, fishing tournament, fly tying contests. And I'll get to the fishing tournament for those that are interested in just a moment. It's a little different. Maybe some of you have probably done. Anyway, so we've got seminars and we've got workshops from fly tying. Some seminars and workshops and things like that are free. They're no cost, but they all have a limited seating. And what I mean by that is you can show up, and if there's 48 seats available and you're the 50th person in line or 49th, you may not get a seat. So if there is something on our schedule that you want to see, we'll get the schedule posted. You can come, you can check it out, you can plan your day, you can watch stuff for free, you can learn stuff for free. And there's also some that are paid events or paid workshops and seminars, like some of the fly tying stuff is paid, and that's because the fly tyers and they're supplying all of the materials and everything else, so they're just trying to get the money back they spend on materials. And by all means, some of these tires are some fantastic tires, and they deserve to get paid for their time. I mean, that's just the way it is. Some of our casting instruction is the same way. Make sure you check that out. If you ever want to learn how to cast a fly rod, we have beginners and intermediate. And make sure that check these classes out on the Classic website as soon as possible. If you're interested, sign up, because the seats go fast. We only have a certain amount of instructors. We only have a certain amount of seats. We only have big enough classrooms to do certain things. So some of these are going to sell out real fast. Now, the free ones, you cannot register on the website. We didn't do that to try to trick you or nothing like that. We did that because really it's the way that first come, first serve. That's the way the free ones are. Okay. Not that we're trying to be ill towards anyone, but it's really first come, first serve. And that helps people that might be walking in off the street, because we are a big tourist area, that may just want to learn about something. They're welcome to pay the fee just like everybody else does at the front door. Come in, go check out a seminar for free, and if the seat's there, sit your butt in it, right? Okay, so I think I got a lot of the stuff out of the way. I'm going to go over some of the prizes that we're going to be giving away for raffles and door prizes, and silent auctions. We have a lot of that stuff going on. Before I get into that, I want to talk a few minutes about a fishing tournament, and then I'm going to give a caveat for safety in just a moment too. So fishing tournament, it is a mixed bag tournament. Some of you know what that means. Some of you may not. What that means is simply, as easily as I can put it, it's not about the size of fish you catch. It's not about the length of fish. It's not about catching certain species. We have a list of fish, a big list of as many species that you could probably catch on a fly rod in the Gulf State Park area. And there's a map of the tournament area that will be released. So it's freshwater and saltwater fishing tournament. And it is more about mixed bag, means the variety of fish that you catch, not the size. It doesn't matter how big your bass is, or your redfish, or your marlin, if you happen to catch one of those. Not about length or weight. It's about how many different species can you catch on a fly rod, and that's saltwater and freshwater. Okay, very unique. We're in a very unique location where we can do that. And one of the most awesome things is that right there in the Gulf State Park is Shelby Lakes. It's a series of 3 lakes. They got a big lake, a small lake, and right in the middle is a middle lake. Makes sense, right? But it's a series of 3 lakes. It is the closest freshwater lakes to the Gulf of Mexico. Now, they list them as freshwater because they are, by design and by function and by feature and everything else, they are freshwater lakes. However, they're brackish. They have brackish water in them. They hold some very nice saltwater fish, including redfish, some nice trout, sea trout, speckled trout, whatever you want to call it. They do have white trout in there. They have very nice largemouth bass, some gigantic brim. They have crappie, have catfish. They have blue crabs. Not that counts, but hey, if you want to go crabbing, great place to do it. You're already on site. But they also have a fishing weir. And a weir is where like a water flow is controlled over like a concrete wall kind of thing. So if the tide is higher on one side, it'll actually let the salt water into the fresh water. And then when the fresh water gets higher than the salt water, it'll actually let the water drain out and go back and go into the Gulf of Mexico. So there's this constant mix of fresh and salt water going on. And that fishing weir, which is on maps, it's not a hidden location, is a great place to try to get multiple species, because you've got freshwater species with the bass and the brim coming in from the marshes right there, and you've got saltwater species coming in from the tide, and they get trapped in a little pool right there in front of the weir, and it is absolutely just, you never really know what you're going to catch there. I mean, you can catch mangrove snapper there, you can catch redfish, you can catch trout, you can catch flounder, it's I've caught a lot of fish there. Now, for fishing. Now, I fish here. I live here. I'm not going to give you all my secret fishing spots, but I will tell you there's a lot of fishing that's publicly accessible in that state park. And you can fish. There's two divisions. We have a boat division and a non-boat division. Really, that's pretty much what it comes down to. So boat division is non-boat division. You know, it doesn't matter what your boat is, whether it's a kayak, a Ginu, a 32-foot, yacht master. I don't know what kind of big boats they are. I'm not that big. I'm not a big boat guy. But it doesn't matter what you're either in a watercraft or in a non-watercraft. And there's a lot of places to fish from land in the state park. And the state park has 2 miles of beachfront property. Just fantastic. So you can go surf fishing with your fly rod, walk across the street, go catch some freshwater fish. Can't do that hardly anywhere else. Anywhere in the Gulf Coast, you can't walk literally across 4 lanes of traffic. And well, actually, there's a bridge. There's a pedestrian bridge, so you don't have to walk over. You just walk over the road and catch 5 more species. You don't even have to travel anywhere. That's the great thing. Now, the tournament area is bigger than that. I'm going to tell you it's not limited to the Gulf State Park. I won't tell you the limitations on that, but it is bigger than just the Gulf State Park. But if you don't want to travel, it's a lot to fish. If you just want to have fun, enter some things, it's a fantastic way to catch some fish and enjoy our beautiful beaches right here in Gulf Shores and Orange Beach area, and the Gulf State Park has to offer. So that is our fishing tournament. It is absolutely free to enter. Matter of fact, if you're registered for the Classic, you're already entered in the tournament. No special equipment required. That easy. Right? Get out there, catch some fish, have some fun. And the tournament starts Thursday. That's right. So if you arrive early, you can start fishing. You can catch fish Thursday, Friday, and Saturday until tournament end time. And I don't remember when that tournament end times is. We've got a tournament director for that. So Mr. Chris Williams is that's his domain, and I've got enough stuff in my brain, but I believe it's Saturday, and I cannot remember what time it is. And also there are, I'm sorry, it's not boat and land division. I made a mistake. I apologize for that. It is not boat and land. It is adult and child. That's what we decided. Adult and youth. I'm sorry. I apologize for that. So we've just got adult and youth is what we have. I thought it was boat, but we decided not to do that. So I apologize for that. It is adult and youth only. So that's your 2 divisions. 2 divisions, two divisions, adults and youths, because they're smaller. So fantastic way to win some prizes. And we have just a lot of sponsors. I'll get into sponsors and the prizes in just a moment. I do want to do one caveat about safety, since I'm kind of talking about a fishing tournament. If you're participating in any physical activity, and I mean physical activity like a casting class, tying a fly, fishing tournament, anything that takes you physically out of a chair and does ask you to do anything except watch, we do require that you fill out darn it, I'm at a loss of words, a waiver. There we go, a waiver. And we'll have them on site to fill out, and we're going to get them somehow posted and ready to send out to emails for those of you that have registered and we have your email, we can send that out to you via email. If you don't get it before you get here, don't worry about it. We'll have them on site. You can sign the waivers there. So don't fret. We'll have them right there in the reception area somewhere. But you do need to sign a waiver if you're participating in anything that does not require you to just sit in a chair and listen. Okay, easiest way to say it. All right, now our list of sponsors is just absolutely vast, and I do mean vast. I'm going to try to pull that up real quick if I can. Pardon me just a moment here. All right, let's see. I got to find it. I thought I had it pulled up. I apologize for that, you guys. For some reason, it just escaping me. Okay. So here we are. We have just a lot of sponsors. First of all, we've got our title sponsor, who is Tail Fly Fishing Magazine. And Tail Fly Fishing Magazine is our title sponsor, and they are the only saltwater fly fishing magazine, which is absolutely fantastic. They have some fantastic articles, great content. If you've never checked out Tail Fly Fishing Magazine, please check that out. They are absolutely, and thank you. I want to say thank you to all of our sponsors as I go through you guys. I'm not trying to forget anybody. I'm just trying to go through these. We have Lost Key Outdoors, Bahio sunglasses. If you've never heard of Bahio sunglasses, they're a fantastic sunglasses. I actually got to try out a pair. Fantastic sunglasses. And I believe Bahio is how you say it. I believe it's a Spanish word, and I'm thinking roughly translated, it means like the shallows, if I remember correctly. So great for fly fishing, right? We all fish the shallows. And they've got some great conservation kind of things behind them. Blue Water Rod Company, located in northern Alabama. They have donated Bahio sunglasses, has donated some sunglasses. Blue Water Rod Company has donated a fantastic 8-weight fly rod, handmade, wonderful fly rod. I did not cast this rod. I did cast one that was just very similar to it. Last year, the man built some fantastic fly rods. So that is Blue Water Rod Company out of Alabama. No Wake Outfitters. No Wake Outfitters has donated a kayak. Yes, a kayak. I believe it's a new canoe Pursuit, if I remember correctly. Fantastic prize. It's going to be rigged up with a few extra things, so it's not just a bare kayak. Got a couple of cool extra things with it. Miss Mayfly is donating some stuff. So Miss Mayfly is a women's wader and clothing specific company made by women for women. So fantastic. They've donated some prizes. Space Coast Flies have done some great stuff. As a matter of fact, I believe Space Coast Flies has got a lot of stuff coming at us. I'm just not sure what all that is. We got Flyline Coffee Company donating some coffee. We've got Sightcast donating some stuff. We've got Orvis. So we've got Orvis donating some stuff. Some I don't want to tell you all the prizes, but Orvis is donating some really good prizes. Fly Fishers International is helping us out. You know, the parent Fly Fishers International. I'm trying to remember if I'm forgetting anybody else right here. NOLA Fly Guy. And I know we have more, just smaller sponsors, bigger sponsors. I'm trying not to forget everybody, but we have a lot of exhibitors and vendors at the site. We have nonprofits that'll be there. We have, just a ton of prizes. Like I said, we have fly rods. We have a kayak. We have, I'm standing in the front. I'm trying to get out the way here. We've got things for silent auction. We've got things for raffles. We've got things for door prizes. I've got a lot of, just a bag full of gift cards. I've got buffs. I've got, this is all fly tying materials and fly tying tools that I'm donating. So these fly tires can actually win some stuff too. So there's a fly line in there. Then that's a box of fly tying. There's capes, there's deer hair, there's just a ton of stuff in here that I'm donating. We've got books, we've got boat stuff. So if you have kayaks or anything like that, or a boat, we've got some dry bags. We've got fly reel case. We've got shirts, t-shirts, hats. I'm trying to look around. We've got stuff for silent auction, and we've got some one-of-a-kind things for silent auction. I know we've got some artwork. We've got some other stuff. And we've got this right here, which is a, for anybody that does two-handed casting, this is going to be in our silent auction. And this is a two-handed 9-weight, 14-foot Lefty Cray instructor rod. And this was actually Lefty Cray's. This was his actual rod. I got this at an auction, and I really like it. But due to some health reasons, I can't fish much anymore. I have never used this. I just want to put that out there. But this was Lefty Cray's personal instruction rod for two-handed fly casting. I'm going to donate that. That'll be in the silent auction. We've got some other fantastic prizes in the silent auction as well. Excuse me. We've got raffle prizes. We've got door prizes. We've got gift certificates for restaurants, gift certificates for clothing, gift certificates for hats. We've even got gift certificates for other events like the Triple Tail Classic coming up in just a couple months, right next door to Gulf Shores. There's a big tournament coming up every year, and it's a fantastic event hosted by one of our clubs in the council, and they do a fantastic, wonderful event, the Triple Tail Classic. So check that out as well. I believe I have went over just about everything. So I'm going to tell you everything in a nutshell again. Friday, May 5th and Saturday, May 6th, Gulf State Park in Gulf Shores, Alabama. That is the Gulf Coast Classic. It is a fly fishing expo filled with vendors, exhibitors, fly tying, fly fishing, fly casting instruction. We've got things to how to fly fish from a skiff. We've got classes on kayak fishing, kayak demonstrations. We have a lot of stuff that'll be on site. It's just a massive amount of stuff we've got going on. The whole day is full. If you can't find something to do, it's because, probably because it's lunchtime. And that's really the only time we don't have nothing going on is lunch because, we got to eat too, and we're busy working. So really lunchtime is about the only time. And speaking of lunch, I told you before, we had all these buildings in this kind of conglomerate, all kind of put together, but yet separated. Everything's connected by a boardwalk, with the exception of the bunkhouse. That's off by itself behind a gate so that not everybody can go to that. So you are semi-secure and semi-private back there. But everything else is kind of connected by a boardwalk, just a connecting thing. The main building we're going to be in is called the Conservation Hall, which is fantastic because that's one of our pillars of our club is conservation. So conservation, community, and education. So we have everything right here. So we're in the Conservation Hall for the main thing. You'll see signage. It'll all be up. We have 2 classrooms, designated classrooms for fly tying and some other instruction. So you will actually be in an air-conditioned, inside, light-controlled, wonderfully done classrooms. And then we have a couple of screened-in porches. So even if it's raining, we can still get you out of the rain, and the bugs aren't going to bite you. And then just outside of everything, right about 125 feet away, takes you about 2 minutes to walk there if you're slow, is a restaurant right on site. Right? I mean, there's no way we're getting better than that. And they serve breakfast, they serve lunch, and they serve dinner. So if you get hungry at any time during this event, walk the 4 or 5 minutes over there, grab you a bite to eat, and come back or enjoy the facilities they have. By the way, they are able to serve alcohol and beer along with their food. And as long as you purchase that drink at the restaurant, you can bring it and enjoy that adult beverage right back at the Classic or the F3T. So Saturday, when we have an intermission at the F3T, or if you want to get lunch or you just want to, it's a warm day out in May, you can go grab a cold one, come on back, kick back and enjoy. So that's Friday, May 5th, Saturday, May 6th. Check out the links in the chat and check out our website. Check out Facebook, our Facebook event posts if you have those. I'm trying to see if I missed anything else. Gulf Coast Classic, F3T, fly fishing tournament, seminars, workshops, just a ton of stuff. And I know I'm forgetting prizes because I just don't have them all here in front of me. I mean, I'm in my office, and my office is kind of split between personal office and day job office. So I mean, I cannot fit any more in here. There's a lot of stuff in the hallway. There's a lot of stuff being brought, and there's a lot of stuff that people, the vendors and stuff are bringing with them. Like, there's no way I could have put the kayak in here. Got a picture of it, but it is a new canoe pursuit. I'm 99.9% sure on that. Fantastic prizes. Just a myriad of things. I mean, if you ever wanted to learn about fly fishing, if you ever had a question about fly fishing, fly tying, where can I do? What can I do? What can I fish for? How do you fish for this fish? About anything you could ever ask is going to be answered. Okay. We just cannot, we can't fit any more in our schedule. We are that packed with everything. And hopefully we have got something for everybody, because we tried to think of everything. So please check out the websites, get your tickets, please get your tickets to the Classic, and get your tickets to the F3T, the Fly Fishing Film Tour, because remember, those seats are 100% limited at 200. We can't make any more seats. If you go to the F3T site, or if you go to the Fly Fishers International Gulf Coast Council website, we have links to both of them at the same time because, well, we like it convenient for you. The Gulf Coast Classic, there are paid seminars. They have limited seats. You have to pay for those in advance. You can also pay for your registration right there, so you don't have to pay at the door. You'll just have to stop at the registration desk and get you some wristbands so that we know you paid, so we don't have to bug you every time you come in and out the door. There's a couple rules that goes on at this fly fishing, at this Gulf State Park Learning Campus. One is that there is no smoking anywhere on the campus. That's not my rule. That is a facility rule. So please do not smoke on the campus. If you feel a need to smoke, and I'm not judging anybody that does, but if you feel a need to smoke, please step off out of the campus area. And the campus area is any building that you see in that area. And actually, they say it's the whole state park. But if you're in your car that's not in the learning campus and smoking, I really can't say nothing. I mean, that's your personal property. But if you're in your car in the learning campus, they will say something to you just to give you a heads up. Now, all that being said, parking is limited. But remember, or if you just joined us, parking is limited at the actual event. But you can park anywhere in the Gulf State Park. And well, let me rephrase that. Anywhere that is public parking in the Gulf State Park, and you can catch a shuttle right to the event center, to the learning campus. And then when you're done, you can wait for the shuttle, or we can call you or somebody. You can call the shuttle. They'll come pick you up at the learning campus, take you right back to your car. So you may have to park a little ways away, but we're trying to make it as convenient for you as possible. And besides that, you get to see the beautiful Gulf State Park, which is absolutely gorgeous. All right, I have taken 40 minutes of your time. I truly appreciate everybody watching. If I didn't get to your questions, I'm trying to look for any questions right now. I don't see anything that's popped up, so that's awesome. Hopefully I covered anything. If you have any questions, message us on Facebook, or check us out on our website. We have emails. You can check out my email is treasurer at. I'll tell you. I'll put it in chat. There's a lot of ways to get in contact with us. Please check it out. We hope to see all of y'all there at this wonderful event in Gulf State Park, May 5th and 6th. Remember, the tournament starts Thursday, so if you're here early, yeah, fantastic way to do that. Come on, we hope to see y'all. I will be emceeing, so if you don't like my voice, I apologize. I'm going to try to be up there and just trying to make it as fun as possible. We're going to giving you updates on everything as we go throughout the day. And I'm trying to think. There is one thing. For those of you that are part of the FFI, if you're in a club, or if you're an FFI member at any level, the FFI Board of Directors, the main FFI, right, FFI International, the main board, president of FFI and all that, they are going to have their first in-person meeting in, I think, 3 years. At this event. So they will be there. So In the fly fishing world, it's kind of a celebrity thing, right? Come check out. There's some fly fishers, international celebrities, and by all means, some officers and a board of directors of Fly Fishers International. I believe all of the board of directors of fly fishing of Gulf Coast Council is going to be there. We'll have members from some of our clubs from there, and just a fantastic event. So hope to see you guys, Gulf State Park, May 5th and 6th. Get your tickets, get them quick. Remember, seats are limited on a lot of this stuff. So please get out there, buy some tickets. All right, I think I'm going to go. I'm about hoarse right now. I appreciate everybody watching. Again, I'm Donald. I'm the treasurer and education director with Gulf Coast Council, Fly Fishers International. And on behalf of all of our members of Gulf Coast Council, thank you all very much for watching. And we truly, truly hope to see you at the Gulf Coast Classic and the F3T event. All right. Bye, everybody.